Hello, Mr. Daniel for you today. Today, this is the first class, the first virtual class to you, and now I'm gonna show you how, I'm gonna teach you how to work with ellipses. You have the quiz to 3:30 today, but I want to create this video because I want that you have a good grade in this quiz. Today I'm gonna explain very easy, you will see it's very easy. I'm going to explain how to do the exercise about the ellipses. The equation to represent the ellipses is like this. This is the equation to represent the ellipses. And now, remember, the value of the A always is greater than the values B. For example, if you have x minus 3 squared divided by 25 plus y plus 2 squared divided by 16 equal 1, you find what is the big value for these two. The big value, the graded value is 25. Yes or no? Is 25 the graded value? Between 25 and 16, 25 is the graded value. Now 25 is a squared. Now a squared is 25 and b squared is 16. And what you have to do to find a and b? You find the square root. Now, the square root of 25 is 5, and the square root of 16 is 4. Now, because 4 times 4 is 16, and 5 times 5 is 25. Now, when you select what is a squared and what is b squared, to find the values a and b, you find the square root of the corresponding value. Okay? Another example. If you have, for example, x minus 6 squared divided by 9, plus y plus 2 squared divided by 81 equal 1, okay? Now, remember, A always is greater than B. Now, in this case, the big number is A squared. Always, the big number, the big denominator is A squared. Then, A squared in this case is 81. Now, A squared is 81 and B squared is 9, okay? Now, how are you doing to find the value of the A? You find the square root. And now the square root of 81 is 9. Now A is 9. And the square root of 9 is 3. Now B is 3. And now you find the square root of A and B. That's the first step. You need to identify what is A squared, what is B squared. And when you identify what is A squared and what is B squared, you find the value of the A and you find the value of the B. This is the first step to work with the ellipses, okay? Number two, very important topics. Now, number two, you need to identify if the ellipses is in vertical position or the ellipse is in horizontal position, okay? Now, when I said that, for example, in this case, I'm going to show you what is the reason. This is horizontal, and now in this case, it's going to be vertical. Listen, it's very simple. When the value of A squared, when the value of A squared is in the denominator corresponding to the variable x, remember when A squared is the big number, in this case 25, is in the denominator corresponding to the variable x, you can arrive to the conclusion that your ellipses is horizontal. It's like this, horizontal ellipses, okay? Now, when the value of the big number with the A squared, the big number is in the denominator corresponding to the y is vertical. That's it. That's the two topics you need to know. Number one, identify what is A squared, what is B squared. That's it. And you find the square root to the corresponding number, and you have the value of A and the value of B. Number two, you need to identify is the ellipse is vertical or horizontal. Vertical, in this case, when the value of the A squared is in the denominator of the variable y. Okay? And when this is in the denominator of the variable x, is horizontal. Okay? Two different positions of the ellipses. Okay? Now, I'm going to show you now how to make a graph. How to graph the ellipse and what is the property and everything about the ellipses, okay? Using two examples. I'm gonna use two examples to show you how to create a graph, how to find the corresponding part of the ellipses, okay? It's very simple and very easy. I need that you see this video before to do the quiz, okay? Before to do the quiz, I want that you see this video, okay? Now, first example. I'm going to erase the board to do the first example. Okay, the general form to represent the ellipses is like this. X minus a squared plus y minus k squared, a squared, b squared equal 1. This is because a squared is in the denominator of x, this is horizontal, okay? And now another is x minus h squared, b squared here, no, yes, b squared plus y minus k a squared. This is horizontal and this is vertical. Because a squared is the denominator corresponding to the variable x, horizontal. Because a squared is in the denominator corresponding to the y, is vertical. How to make a graph? Pay attention, this is very simple. Number one, the center of the ellipses, the center is the value of the h and the value of k. H, k is the center of the ellipses. For example, center, I'm going to write here. This is two different, okay? Center. You need to copy this. Center is h, k. Okay, if I have my ellipse like this, this is the center. This value here, h and k. That's the center of the ellipse. This is the center. The center of the ellipse is like this. Now another part of the ellipse is vertices. To find the vertices, when this is horizontal, you need to know what is the value of A. And the vertex is these 2 points. The vertex is this point, you continue, let me right here. The vertex is this point and these points are the vertex. And the distance from this point to this is A. And the distance from this point to this is A. And now, you continue this, the distance from this point to this is B, and the distance here is B. And now when you have this, you have all the elements to create a graph. I'm going to do one example later. Okay, now, that's very important. Now, if you have the center is H, you need to move H unit to the right. Now this H plus A, and an H minus A, and you keep the value of K. Now, K doesn't change. K, no change. This is H plus A, K, and an H minus A, K. H plus AK, and an H minus AK. This is the vertices. And the forces, you need to find the number C squared. C is the square root A squared minus B squared. You need to find this value of C. A squared minus B squared. And now the foci is the element here inside. Foci is here and another foci is here. This is the foci 1 and this is the focus 2. That's the element of the ellipses. Now, how you do the focis? You say H minus CK and an H plus CK. And that's it. This is when this is horizontal. What happens when this is vertical? Vertical, like this. Okay, I have this one, This is the center, HK. This is one vertices, and this is another vertices. You see, the value of the H here doesn't change. The center is the same, HK. The center is the same, HK. Then, and the vertices, you keep the H and K plus A, and H and K minus A. Because this value here is A, and the answer here is B and B. The distance from the center to this point is B. This is B, and the distance from here to here is A and A. And you create a graph. I'm going to show you later one example how to make a graph of the ellipse very easy. And how to find the vertex, the focus, everything. Okay? But now I need to give you all the information. Copy all this information because it helps you to find the solution of the problem I will give you to you and the quiz you had to do online. Okay? But now pay attention to me. Okay? We continue now. The first is this is H, K plus C, and H, K minus C. And this is all information you need to solve any problem about the ellipses on the quiz and the assessment I'm going to give it to you. Or I'll give it to you in the beginning of the week. I need that you solve all of them. I need to see you work everything. But the more important is the quiz you're going to do. Maybe today, I don't know, at 3 o'clock. Let me tell you something I forgot. Remember, you have, and I created the WhatsApp group to connect with you, and I have the communication with you, and you have any question about the classes, about the topic we're going to do in the quiz, everything, you can connect with me using WhatsApp group. I sent to you the link in Microsoft Teams. I sent a link to connect to this group. Okay? Any question? I give you all tools to connect with me. If you're not connected with me, because you don't want. Okay? Now I'm going to do two examples. One example when the ellipse is horizontal, and one example when the ellipse is vertical. Okay? Two examples. I'm going to erase now the board, and I'm going to give it to you two examples. You follow this example, you can get an A in the class, and I can get an A on the quiz, everything is A. Okay? Follow me now with these two examples. I'm going to erase the board. The first example is this one. You have x minus 3 squared over 9 plus y plus 2 squared over 4 equal 1. Remember what is the first step? Identify what is a squared. A squared is 9. Yes, a squared is 9. Then A is 3. B squared is 4. Then B is 2. The center is H. H here is 3. And a K, remember, in the general form you have negative here. To get a math, it's because 2 is negative. It's very simple. When you have negative, you write positive. If this is positive, you write negative. Now, negative 2. It's very simple, no? To select H and K, it's very simple. If you have here minus 3, you write positive. If you have here plus positive, you write negative. And this is the center, okay? Now, my second question. This ellipse is horizontal or vertical? Because A squared is in the denominator of the x, it is horizontal. Yes or no? I'm going to create my system here by Coordinated system here, coordinated system, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is my coordinated system. The center is 3, negative 2. Now it's 1, 2, 3, and a negative 2 is here. 1, 2, 3, and a negative 2 is here. This is my center. Remember, this is horizontal, from this center, I move A to the right, and I move A to the left, and I have the vertex. Because remember, the vertex 1 is the center 3 plus the value of the A is 3. And you keep the value of the H, negative 2. Now it's going to be here, 6, negative 2. Now, it's going to be here, 3, 1, 2, 3. Here, this is the vertex. And if you move 3 to the left, 1, 2, 3, and 2, this is another vertex. Now, what do you do now? The vertex number 2 is the center 3, minus A is 3, negative 2. Now, the vertex is 0, negative 2. This is my 2 vertices. Okay? Now, if B is 2, I move 2 units up. 1 and 2 this is co-vertex, and a 1 and 2 down. Here, 1 and 2 down, and this is another, and I create my ellipses. You see like this? My ellipses is like this. This is the graph of my ellipses. Now, how to find the fuzzies? You need to find C is the square root of A squared minus B squared. And now this is square root 9 minus 4. This is square root 5. Now, what is my fuzzy? Fuzzy number one is the value of the center 3 plus square root 5, the same value in negative 2, comma, and another is F2, 3 minus square root 5, negative 2. Now you say from this 3, you find a square root 5 and you move, the square root 5 is 2 point something, no? 1 and 2, like this. Fuzzy 1 is here, and a fuzzy 2 is going to be like this. Fuzzy 2. Now this is a fuzzy 1 and a fuzzy 2. And you make a graph of the horizontal ellipses. Repeat again. To find, when this is horizontal, to find the vertex to the coordinates of the center, you add A and subtract A, and you have the 2 vertices. When this is horizontal. Then, to find the fuzzies, you find the C squared. You find the C is the square root square, A squared minus B squared. You find the value of C. And to the same value to the center X, you subtract C, and you add C, and you have the coordinates of the fuzzy. Okay? This is example when the ellipse is horizontal. Okay? I'm going to do now another example when the graph of the ellipse is vertical. Okay? I'm going to erase the board. I have this one. X squared plus 4 plus y minus 3 squared over 25 equal 1. This is my example. Okay? What is the value of A? A squared is 25. It's a big number. Now the value of the A is 5. Then A is 5. B squared is 4. Then the value of B is 2. Okay? And the center is 0, I don't have h, it's 0, 0, 3. That's the center. Okay? Remember, now I'm going to find the vertex 1 and the vertex 2. This is vertical. Remember, in the vertical, when you have the vertical, in the vertical, I need to add a to the y of the center. Now, you keep the value 0 and 0, and now you add and subtract a to the coordinated y of the center. Now, 3 minus 5 is negative 2, and 3 plus 5 is 8. To find the value c, c is square root 25 minus 4. 25 minus 4 is square root 21. Okay? Square root 21. Now the fuzzy one is, you keep the x of the center, 3 plus square root 21, and 0, 3 minus square root 21. And you find everything. Okay? Now, because it's vertical, when they horizontal, you add to the x-axis. When it's vertical, you add and subtract to the y-axis. Okay? That's the reason, that's the difference between one. I'm going to create the graph now. The graph. This is the center is 0, 3. 0, 1, 2, 3. This is the center. 0, 3. Now, remember, I'm going to move 5 because it's vertical. 5 up and 5 down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is here. And you find this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is the value 8. Okay? And now from this you move 5 down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is negative 2. That's the value here, negative 2. And now, to move now to another way, you use B. 2 to the left, 2 to the right. 1 and 2 is here. And from this, 1 and 2 is here. And now you have the ellipse. This is the graph of the ellipses. Okay? It's very simple. Follow the example. Follow the step. Using this example, I give you everything to find the solution of the problem. Remember, if you have questions, contact to me using WhatsApp group. I created this group to contact with you. Please, I want to help you. No problem with me. You can contact to me using WhatsApp anytime, whatever you want. And remember, be prepared to the quiz. God wants that you have a good day. Have a good time. Have a good day. See you, I don't know when I see you again, but maybe the notice after the 15th April, but I don't know. Have a good time, take care, you and your family, and have a good time, wonderful day. See you again. In the next video, I continue to make this video to help you to do. Okay, thank you and very much. Hi.